We'll see. Good opener for zexy.
Yeah. Right off the gate. Swinging through, especially with the clone as well. Just trying to get a lot more around middle. GE trying to temper this aggression. Swinging off the interceptor, what?
But hang on, zexy got 2 back, so that opens things up here.
That's right. Trying to push on through now. It's just Crystal out from top of heaven. That's where he's pretty exposed.
Waits too long, they're gonna be, well, thinking about it, but maybe now not.
Oh, there he goes. Starting to clean things up now, and Cinder's just way too low.
Unfortunately, Javi very patient after the round starts off with an opener for Varel. We saw the scores at the last map, right? How many opening frags went the way of Varel, and in the end, their conversions. 11 opening kills to the set.
GE though, look at this peak!
That's really unlucky for zexy with the op shot out. Cleaned by Patman, and that might even insinuate a bit of a further proceeding go time in towards this A site when you think it might be a little bit weaker, but there's been some good stalling nature coming out here from Javi on the grab.
Oh, again, just can't safely peek through that. But here come the stars. Javi with the swing again!
Do they expect Klaus over the tower though? They're not really looking for him. Now they know where he is, smoked off.
And there he goes, a couple more shots. Does he have enough time to play for the spike? Crystal just sticking it all the way through. No! A valiant attempt by Global once again.
Bring that in towards a retake as well in a 4 versus 4 situation where you didn't really have the opportunity for a bit of a flood play before the retake comes in, but they go together as a team, right? Everybody out of security, you're hitting the angles that you need to. You're very patient at the end there with what lines you're looking to hold. And door really, as zexy starts to drift in towards the site, scope out the situation, and a Hunter's Fury behind it to try and dispatch your opponents. LP does get taken down by Crystal.
Oh, well done, keeping everything in check, but at the same time, the gates have been opened up. Klaus all the way through as that veto, alongside zexy, holding down the crossfire towards the back.
You could Cosmic Divide here if you wanted to as Javi on this retake to get in. You almost feel like you want to kill first to equalize 3v3.
Oh.
What? Spotted.
Slight pixel, and that's all you need sometimes. The aimers trying to do their best, but Autumn comes back in full!
Immediate drift as well. This has got to be a go time for Global, though. They don't have a lot of time to figure everything out here. Shuna spotted, Evolution popped for Yudotan. Now both players noted.
Yeah, surely that gives you extra confidence to just stay on the spike if you need extra firepower as well, and out of the gate crashes.
3v3. You look at the turnaround into a 4 versus 2, where you think, yes, Varel, they did what they needed. They scaled appropriately in towards the A site. They used their ultimates. They found Crystal looking into a wall with the rest of his body spotted out. Okay, adjust that a little bit later, my friend. But that 2 versus 4, man, for that wall. But do you want to do that? Autumn. And they get his head removed as Klaus looks to try and scale up a little bit too eager by himself.
Yeah, can't quite do that here on the tier 1 stage, buddy.
Remember, though, that zexy was in mid this whole time. He's not going towards the site itself. He's going to just slot himself in towards the spawn side. How does Javi get away with that?
My God. Just as you mentioned it. Quickly, Javi pops up those stars, those smokes. Finds his way around the angles, spots yet another, but a little bit of a backstab comes from zexy.
His job was done though, you feel there. Getting 3 kills is just paramount to this round for GE. Or is it?
Big numbers. Just as you mentioned, zexy continues to
get a bit scrappy early on, isn't it, with that one? Hearing what you can possibly do with the scan to come out from Crystal. He called for that one. He'll recon later. He did. And there'll be a bit of stability in this 4 versus 3, but Varel still trying to break and enter in towards this site. Cinder's gun barrel spotted. Autumn will find that one. This is problematic, Quack.
2 rounds left. Silent steps up the ropes. Oh, but quickly spotted as well. Zuna is playing with fire at this range, but quickly backs off. Just continuing to scout out even further, but Autumn's picked up a Vandal.
Yeah, they've stolen the weapons here. Yudotan with that operator as well, just playing back as security. Now you'll get a Vandal in Crystal's hands. Spotted out where zexy is. Just don't give 1v1s, guys. Leave that for the skirmish. Play together here.
We're in the servers live. We're running a similar approach there to the previous round, but that was not what you want to have.
Evolution up, operator back in possession as well.
But here comes Yudotan, trying to apply that pressure up against Suna. See if Reckoning being spent by
This
LP.
squad, I think it's
remember, he can run in and charge. No utility faces him.
Trying to keep himself alive as well, but here comes Autumn. All together as a team, simultaneous movements all across the board, and Varel have no idea how to react.
Time that they've got at their disposal to push together as a team, even before Yudotan potentially came to the site, right? He was just in mid. He didn't necessarily, he wasn't able to get to the site as early unless he had a TP at the ready. So a little bit surprised that Varel opted to force the plant and try to hold together in a deficit scenario.
Just kill them, Terminator.
Still trying to slow them down. Coming in, peeking off of contact. It's Patman. Managed to find quite a bit right out the abilities. Finds 2 more headshots, Pat! No! But right now, just nipping at the heels, finding some early shots. Autumn's still around though. Autumn's still existing. Seasons change. And Global will always be a constant.
But Autumn will not fall at the moment in this one, Willie, with that Outlaw holding down the line towards security, where majority of Varel's force is looking to retake from.
That's a hell of a line. I love that.
Uh-oh.
Whoa! Okay, big on the swings coming up from Varel now.
Uh-oh.
The new kids on the block. They are here to say hello. Crystal suddenly feeling a lot of heat, wanting to play around utility and the spike. Shock darts going back and forth though, and there goes another Sheriff. Just down to the Russian, but
This one, because ultimately, right, your opponent's map pick, you're starting off kind of atrociously 0 to 5 down. You have your own timeout, you start to come on back and you feel a little bit confident. But the way that this second half starts as well, it doesn't give you a lot of good feelings down deep in your guts. On in through all of this util, just charge in.
somewhat fearless, but that's not going to shield him from an op shot like that.
No.
Collateral through and through, and now Patman managing to find some trades as well, taking up huge space.
And if you want to maximize this, you are using the Drifter Zexy to get in to permit Cinder and Klaus to follow with all the information. He's a little bit far forward to the rest of the squad though, and exits that drift early.
Just to create a bit more pressure around the back. Patman unfortunately going down. Javi trying to save the day again, but Zexy manages to arrive on time for Varel.
Side of Varel where they figure things out later in the half, and then maybe make a bit of a comeback with some space to spare as well, right? It's not like we're seeing GE on 11, on 12, where any sort of slip-up can give them the map point or victory. Let's see if he can flip that though. Bit more pacier from Global Esports into this site, but it's just the trades that come on through. That Crystal stamping his foot.
It's a lot of noise, as well as Patman in with the TPs onto versus the top. LP trying to stay aware, but just quick on the swings again. GE operating so smoothly. Klaus, do you have another clutch out for us? Smoked off around the back. I'm sorry to say, folks, this might not be his moment.
It's hard, that is for sure. Autumn and Crystal navigating together to watch the flank. Patman, probably the closer.
Oh, that's a tough angle. That's a tough fight. And unfortunately, a tough map for Varel as well.